Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. And I know it's been a while. It's been about a month because there's been things going on in the background of my channel and stuff like that because a big weight has actually kind of just left my shoulders for my YouTube channel. I was with a YouTube like MCN, a multi-channel network, and I finally was just like, yeah, I kind of just don't want to be with an MCN anymore, and I kind of just wanted to step away with that. And finally, after a whole month of kind of just like talking it through and just saying, yeah, I kind of want to leave, I don't want to be part of this anymore, I kind of want to be on my own for now on. And yeah, I left. So that's a big weight off my shoulders now, so I'm actually kind of just like getting back into the routine now. But today we got a different video. I don't know, you guys might like this video, you guys might not like this video, this kind of like style of content, but I wanted to make a video about the new E3 kind of stuff that's happened like all of last week, the last weekend. I kind of wanted to show you guys what I'm excited for, because like the Xbox E3 got me very excited for what kind of games are gonna be coming out pretty soon. Actually, this year, two of them I'm going to be talking about. Mainly the ones that I'm going to be talking about is Battlefield 2042 and Halo Infinite, because those are the two kind of games that I kind of have experience in. And for the rest of the other games, like there were some other games that actually were shown that I kind of was like, that's pretty good, man, I kind of like that game. And it was Back for Blood, which was made by the Left 4 Dead developers, which looks really good. This is pretty much like Left 4 Dead 3, honestly. It's Left 4 Dead 3 with updated graphics. You know how it is. One that I thought I was never really going to really enjoy was Stalker 2, but I've never played a Stalker game before, so I was like, this game looks really good. Why have I not played one of these games? And yeah, so what they showed at E3 for Stalker 2 looked really good. So I was like, I'm probably going to pick that up and give it a try. I'm sorry that there are some games that were shown in the event I'm not going to talk about, because the Battlefield and Infinite are the only two kind of games that I've had experiences in the past, like, you know, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, I'm actually getting into playing now. And Halo, I've been playing for many years. It's been a long time since I've actually played a new Halo game. So anyways, let's get into Battlefield 2042. So generally, what I see in a Battlefield game is, you know, all-out warfare with tanks, helicopters, jets, and it all looks really good. And the graphics in that game look phenomenal. Perfect for a game that's actually going to be set in 2042. It says it in the title, so you know it's about 20 years into the future, and it still gives us that good feeling of like what made Battlefield and what made the game so enjoyable and so like much loved in the community. Not a lot of like, you know, people really like the super futuristic kind of style of like FPS games. Like you guys know what happened with you know, like Call of Duty and what happened with them, where they try to like push the futuristic genre a little too far, and it kind of just you know, it kind of flopped on them. But as of now, it looks like Battlefield is you know, going into the future a little bit, and it looks pretty good, you know, just by the gameplay that they showed and the teaser from like, what was it, last week that they showed off in the beginning, or like 2 weeks ago. But as of now, I'm pretty sure this is what's going to be the Battlefield game, that it's not going to have a story. It's not going to have a campaign mode, story mode, which is a little, you know, on the kind of side. I'm like, I kind of would like a little bit of a story, but the thing is, what makes Battlefield is the multiplayer. A lot of people like Battlefield because of the multiplayer. Not really, I don't think a lot of people really enjoyed or really played a lot of the story in Battlefield. People literally played Battlefield for the multiplayer, for the big battle chaos that Battlefield has, which is insane. And Battlefield 2042 is going to be an online only game. They're going to be charging $60 for this, and there's different packs that you can do for 60, 80, $100. You know how it is. I hope that they actually put enough content into the game to really show that this is not going to be a waste of money. For $60, that's an online only game. And I just really hope that they put enough content into the game to make people just like, yeah, this was a 10 out of 10 like best game that I purchased, you know, because we've had a lot of games in the past that are complete like unfinished, broken, not a lot of content. Like I really do hope, like my hopes is for this game to succeed on launch. People are excited, people want to play this game because like for next gen consoles and for PC users, we're getting 128 players per server, which is huge. Huge. And we all thought that 64 players per server was a lot. They literally just bumped it up just like, you know, times two. Literally 64 and 64, 128. 64 on each team. That's insane. And this is the only mode that's gonna have the 64 players is the all-out warfare, which is very, very good because that's what people really, really like in the game, is the all-out warfare in Battlefield with jets, vehicles all over the place, big open maps. We all love Battlefield for what Battlefield is. Now, I'm not really gonna go into the specialists or the classes or whatever really, but they are adding some game modes that I want to cover. So the one mode that, you know, everybody is going to be playing, I would assume, is the all-out warfare, 128 players with conquest and breakthrough. I like big, you know, big game mode. Community really likes with like, you know, high player count, vehicles, jets, infantry, you know, all-out warfare, which is pretty much the mode. We all wanted that. We all wanted those big open maps, which there are 7 maps, which, you know, it might sound like a little bit of like a, you know, just 7 maps, that's it, that's really it, 7. But I feel like, you know, maybe that will be enough. Maybe there'll be more maps in the end, because there's going to be yearly pass for yearly season pass that potentially would add more maps in the end, like how the other Battlefields have done. Next up, they actually have one that's coming with the launch called Hazard Zone. What it says is squad up and drop into the Hazard Zone, an all new high stakes multiplayer experience. Stay tuned for more information coming later this year. So what this really sounds like is battle royale. Squad up and drop down into the Hazard Zone. You know, it really just sounds like a battle royale, you know, in Battlefield, which, you know, personally I'm not a fan of. I really do not care about battle royales or stuff like that. It's just like, it's all the same stuff. It's all been the same stuff here and there, and you know, those game modes just never click for me. So, you know, that's there for the people that like battle royale, so there you go, I guess. Next, they actually have a new mode that will be showcased on July 22nd, so we'll just have to see what that is going to be. I don't know what's going to be. It could be something that is completely new to Battlefield we have never had ever. It could be a horde mode, could be literally anything. I don't know. We'll just have to see on July 22nd, in about a month. We'll just have to see. Anyways, the big one that I have to talk about is Halo Infinite. That's what's up next. And oh man, I got a lot to talk about this, because this is the one that I've been waiting for so long. Because we've been getting teases and trailers here and there throughout like the past couple years with Halo Infinite, and we just got a trailer for Battlefield last 2 weeks ago. I didn't even know there was going to be a Battlefield 6, you know, this year. I thought it was going to be like next year. We got Halo and Battlefield coming, you know, this year, and you know, it's been a while since I've actually played a new Halo game. Like, I remember I played like the old Halo games on the OG Xbox. Like, I had like the OG Xbox that had Halo CE, Halo Combat Evolved, and Halo 2. And, you know, I didn't have online. I didn't have online access. So I literally just played the story multiple times over and over because it was just that good. And I even played it with my brothers as well. We all enjoyed the game. We all do. I think it was just a lot of fun just going through the story, and I didn't even have online access, so I didn't even know how the multiplayer experience really was for those 2 games. The last Halo game that I actually played physically at the time, new at the time, was Halo 4, and that came out in 2012. All right. So it's been a very long time since I've actually gone back and played a new Halo game. I didn't play Halo 5 because I just didn't like the style of like how Halo 4 played. I didn't like the story was fine. I didn't mind the story at all. I think the story was, a bit better than, Halo 5 story. It's just like the multiplayer, I just didn't like. It was just like a COD clone, which a lot of people just really just did not like, and I feel like that's very accurate. But there's a lot to actually go over with Halo Infinite because they showed like two different clips of some sort of campaign story mission where Chief looks really good, and Master Chief is just, I think, a hell of a lot better than what he actually looked like in like 2019 with like the really good, like, clean kind of look. And now with his armor that he's been showing now, he has like battle scars all over him, and it looks really good, and it really shows you that he's been through some shit. And it's a good looking for the type of person he really is, and it kind of just shows the amount of detail of what Master Chief really goes through. And they also added a new character called the Weapon, which is a very kind of like odd name for an AI. But anyways, there's a new AI. Chief is going to be with this AI throughout the story. But I really do think that a lot of people are actually going to like this new character because she is like Cortana. She sounds like Cortana. She kind of looks like Cortana, but she's different in a way. And I think that's fine. I feel like that is fine for the player base, to the people that actually want to play the story, get into the story, and that this is a different AI. I feel like this is what Chief needs in the campaign into the story because, like I said, Halo 4's story was kind of like end all be all for Master Chief and Cortana, where Master Chief felt alone, finally felt alone. He was alone for the first time. He was by himself. I feel like this story kind of just bring that friendship that he once had back together with an AI that looks like Cortana, that sounds like Cortana, and they literally go on an adventure. And I think that's good. That's that's good storytelling. Another big point that I really want to talk about is the graphics. Like, legit, the graphics look very good, a lot better than what they actually showed in the 2019, 2020, whatever year they showed it off in. But oh my god, the amount of detail that the developers put in, the designers put in, it really shows how much like time and effort they want to make this game feel like Halo, look like Halo, and just play. Like, it makes me excited that the developers are making this game for the fans and potentially, making some old fans that played the old Halo games, at least try Halo Infinite, give it a go, and bring out that classic Halo feel. They also talked about, some multiplayer. Finally, we actually got some multiplayer. This is our first time seeing it, and I have to say, it looks pretty good, man. It looks very good. Very promising, I have to say. This is what Halo people want. This is what the fans really want in Halo. That really good sort of classic Halo experience. We're getting like a mixture of like Halo 3 with Reach and 4 kind of together as one, where they have a lot of the Halo Reach design guns and armor. They all look good. They showed off some new abilities, which is very cool. The one thing that I would think most of us are very hyped about is the grapple hook, where we just like, we have to find these on the map. Their equipment's on the map, which is a very good change, thank god, where we have to actually go around the map and pick and choose which one we want and which one we have to get. Also, they actually showed off this new armor that looks like a samurai like Spartan, which actually has a name, which is called Yori. I'm sorry if I get that wrong, but Yori. And they said that this armor will actually be free for you, and you can unlock it just by playing events in Season 1. And I got a lot of this information from an Xbox News article that the one and only Joseph Staten actually made. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Where he actually goes over a lot what Infinite is going to come with, what other, like, what the season's going to bring out, all that good stuff that people want to know about. I'll link it in the description so you guys can actually have a look and read it yourself. Another thing I actually want to bring up is that Halo's multiplayer is going to be free to play. I think that's the first for Halo. Having a free to play multiplayer, having people just jump on into multiplayer and give it a go and see if it's actually worth it. Now, the reason why I actually brought that up is because potentially there's going to be a high amount of cheaters being able to make new accounts, mainly on Steam, because Halo Infinite's going to be on Steam. So if we're going to have an anti-cheat, it better be a good enough anti-cheat, because I can see that we're going to get a lot of cheaters in this game. Like Halo MCC on Steam has, used this easy anti-cheat, which is actually pretty good, because I've never actually ran or got into a single cheater in the game. I've never seen one, but they are out there. I do know that. I've seen clips. I've seen them. They're out there, but I do feel that 343 is going to use easy anti-cheat for Infinite, but they could improve it. I don't know what they could really do, but I really do hope they put a high emphasis on making cheaters not relevant in the game. It would just make the experience a hell of a lot better for the free to play, for the people that just want to jump into Halo. They don't want this. No developer wants cheaters. It's hard, I understand, but for a game to be free to play, it's gonna have to have a good anti-cheat. Now, I'm sure that a lot of you guys have actually, seen the showcase videos of Halo Infinite. So honestly, that's pretty much me, talking about everything else in the game, like what I saw with Battlefield and Halo. But the one thing I want to talk about Halo is signing up for the Halo flights. I want to advertise and, plug in the Halo Infinite flights that you guys can actually go sign up for. You guys can actually go and sign up for the Halo Infinite flights on the Halo Waypoint website. I will link it in the description. So if you guys want to, try and get into the Halo Infinite flight, I'll put it down in the description so I can help out 343 and, give you guys a chance so you guys can actually play the game. Anyways, conclusion, that's pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys actually all enjoyed this kind of laid back, kind of relaxed kind of video, and instead of usually the stuff that I usually talk about, with, people getting canceled, or, people doing the bad thing, people, what I mean, just a lot of those YouTuber news kind of thing. Yeah, if you guys like this kind of content, this kind of style of content, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, subscribing will help a lot. Ring the bell for notifications. That will help, help you get notified that, I upload a video. And most importantly, comment down below what you guys think about the whole E3 as a whole, or what you guys like out of E3. Potentially what you guys are excited to see upcoming and with some games. Let me know. Put them down in the description. I'll read them all. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys around.